Today we're looking at under counter like you see at Starbucks. This is the contactor where the power comes in. These are your power comes in from here, comes out that way. This goes through the heating elements, these two wires there, and power is sent out on the other side. See all the little wires there. Today we're going to focus on replacing the wash pump. The wash pump is connected to this drain valve. It connects to a plastic assembly, and what we're going to need to do is we're going to remove all of this stuff out of here, and we'll get to the wash pump, which is right there. So that guy you see right in there, we're going to take that guy out. First we got to do is remove the rinse pump. We'll remove the rinse pump, we'll move all this stuff out of the way, and then we're going to take this chemical pump housing out, and then we'll just take it straight out. See how long that takes. Disconnect the wiring on this fill solenoid, and just take those straight down. The power has already been disconnected, so we don't have to worry about that. We just tuck these things up here, and they are marked with some writing on there that tells you what they go to, so we don't have to worry too much about that. And also we want to remove this plastic fitting. It's called a quarter fitting. We want to remove that as well. Just take that straight off. You can see that thing's been leaking for a while right there. And just comes right off. You don't need any hand tools. This thing causes a lot of trouble. This one should be repaired. You can tell by the damage. It's already dry and cracked. So this whole assembly needs to be replaced, or it'll begin to damage these heating elements right here. Starts dripping water on them, and this destroys them. So we'll make sure we address that before we go as well. Just tuck that right up there so it doesn't come down. And then this is the thermocouple connection. It's a probe that it's just a temperature control that sits right against the booster tank right here, and there's nothing to it. You just disconnect it with this little Molex connector, and again, they're all labeled, and you just learn the colors scenario. It's also shaped. Very few things, if anything else, can connect right there. You can just tuck that off to the side as well. You could just leave that like that for now. You don't have to do anything else to it. Just move it off to the side. It's fine. We'll get Phillips, and we'll take off these two. We'll take off the two screws that are holding the fill solenoid on there, and it's not what you'd call difficult. It is a learning process. First couple times you do it, it'll be very time consuming, and other times no. And you can see now that I have it kind of pulled out a little bit here, it's connected to the fill hose. That fill hose is connected to the main water line right there, and that's the other part of the fill hose right there. It goes through the back, and that's part of it right here. It's a stainless steel hose. It's exactly like a garden hose, and it connects to this fill solenoid, and then that goes up into this this air gap device, and then goes in here, and then that fills up the booster right there. And then the booster has a heater, an electric heater right here, and it heats up the water, and once it gets hot enough, then it fills up the wash tank. And when it goes into a rinse cycle, that's when this rinse pump gets its water from there and rinses the dishes off. It's connected with that blue hose right there. We'll be able to see that blue hose better when it comes out. But next thing I'll do is I'll take these two nuts off and these two screws, and I want to take this metal piece off. It connects to the rinse pump. They're metric because it's from Germany, so I'll take these two things off, and then I'll disconnect this blue hose. This blue hose is what the rinse pump connects to the booster tank with. So I'll take that one off, and then there's another. This blue hose right here, I'll take that one off. So those two hoses, this hardware, and then it's got 3 wires. It's got 2 wires that connect to power right here. They're up in the front over here. This is where they connect. That is the rinse pump wiring, and connects right on top. And then there's a ground wire. There's a green ground wire right there, so we have to disconnect that as well. I normally just use a set of needle nose pliers, just take it off just like that. And I'll take all these things out, and then we'll go to the next step.